680's Richard Southern joins us. Richard, climate change obviously at the top of everyone's mind today, considering the flooding last night. It turns out that it's also top of mind for one of the world's largest banks. HSBC issued an alarming warning to investors. What did they say?
It's significant. We haven't seen a lot of this. So HSBC, in a note to clients, Francis, said the world, in its opinion, is running out of resources. HSBC says governments, not investors, not companies, nobody, it says, is prepared for the economic effects of climate change. It said the world has spent its entire natural resources budget by August 1st, meaning the world's citizens used up all the planet's resources for the year in just 7 months. Now, HSBC, wading into the climate debate, is just the latest bank and asset manager now who are sort of actively factoring in climate change risks into their decision-making. Earlier this year, over 200 of the world's largest investors, including JP Chase, pledged to report on the risks that climate change poses to their business. So, you know, Francis, a lot of people clued into this, but money does talk. And when it starts to hurt profits, that's when I think a lot of people and a lot of governments and a lot of businesses will really start to take note about climate change.
Yeah, and talking about hurting where the money is, reports say Saudi Arabia is now planning to sell off all its Canadian assets, no matter the cost.
Yeah, no matter the cost. So apparently, according to the Financial Times, Francis, Saudi Arabia has instructed its overseas asset managers to dump everything Canadian, get rid of all the Canadian stocks they own, all the bonds, all the cash holdings, even if they take a loss on those investments. So, you know, Francis, some people look at this and they say this is a move to push down the market value of Canadian assets, trying to hurt us financially. Bloomberg News says Saudi Arabia has invested $6 billion in Canada since 2006. Not huge, but not insignificant either. Of course, this all stems from the tweet by the Foreign Affairs Minister over the weekend, who took issue with the arrest of women's rights activists in Saudi Arabia. So far, the federal government has stood its ground, and we haven't seen a big impact on Bay Street or the Canadian dollar. The loonie was actually up today, Francis.
Okay. Well, another one of Canada's largest cannabis producers says it's now ready to open its own retail stores, and you're talking to the Vice President about his plans, about what he thinks is going to happen here in Ontario.
Yeah, the biggest market for these guys. And, of course, what do they want to do, Francis? These growers, they want to both grow it and sell it. That's how you make the most money, right? So on the phone here is Cam Batley, Executive VP at Aurora Cannabis, who says today they signed a big agreement with a company that runs liquor stores across North America to help them get into the retail business. Take a listen.
In provinces that do permit private retail, we intend to enter that market.
Cam, there remains some confusion about what's happening in Ontario. We've yet to hear from the Premier, but is your company scouting retail locations here in the province of Ontario?
We are. We are looking at retail locations in Ontario just in case. We are, I think, collectively anticipating that the Ontario government will have something to say about the future of cannabis retail. We are prepared to enter very quickly and in a big way into the Ontario retail market.
What's a big way? How many stores in Ontario, Cam?
Well, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet, but our anticipation is that we'll be able to move quickly enough to be one of the larger players in the province.
Can you tell me, would it be hundreds? Is it fair to say hundreds of stores in Ontario?
We may get to that point.
So big news there, Francis. Of course, it all depends on what we hear out of Queen's Park. Haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah. Well, move aside cash and even debit. A new report out finds Canadians are ready and willing to use alternative methods of payment. Yeah, very much so. This new report finds that 55% of Canadians on a whole are willing to give up cash altogether. 53% say they have left a store if the payment isn't convenient for them. Don't take debit, don't take Apple Pay. Sorry, I'm out of here. 43% say they're interested in payments becoming more invisible. You know, Amazon has a store in the States where you walk out without paying, and they sort of charge you automatically. 33% say they're interested in using social media apps to pay. 40% say they regularly store their credit card information with a mobile app. So getting more used to doing these sort of cashless things now, Francis, and that's kind of the future. I seldom carry cash.
Me too. If you don't take debit, you're not getting my business.
Exactly.
Oh, you use Apple Pay, do you?
I do.
You don't even need a wallet
convenient.
then. You just have your phone with you.
Less to carry around, right?
Pretty cool.
So a new report finds that people spend most of their waking hours staring at screens. It's okay if you're watching us on TV, that's fine. But it should come as a little surprise that this next product is becoming very popular.
Maybe you watch City News in the shower, Francis. I'm not kidding. This is a popular product. It's a shower curtain that you slip your devices into, your tablet, your cell phone. Now, the water doesn't get on them, but you can still operate the touchscreen through the plastic. So, yeah, watch City News, the live stream on Facebook. Check your Twitter feed, check your emails in the morning, watch Netflix, all while you're getting squeaky clean. This is a hot seller apparently on Amazon for just $18. report finds we spend 11 hours a day staring at the screen, even now in the shower.
You know what that's really for?
What's
it's
that?
So you can bring up the karaoke on YouTube, and then you can sing in the shower and be, sound great too.
I'll do the business report from the shower tomorrow.
No,
maybe.
thank you.
No?
No,
okay.
thank you.
You let me know if you want to.
I will, but it probably won't happen, Richard. Another NFL season is about to begin, and the football teams are trying to outdo each other with outrageous concession stand options. It's your favorite time of the year, Richard.
It is, and they're getting crazier every year. I want to show you what may be the craziest burger we've ever looked at here, Francis. Arizona Cardinals selling what they call the gridiron burger this season. Take a listen to the chef for the Arizona Cardinals and their stadium about what it is. Take a listen.
This is our gridiron grill challenge burger. What it is it's a 10-ounce hamburger bun with 5 hamburger patties, 5 bratwurst, 5 hot dogs, 20 slices of American cheese, 8 chicken tenders, 8 slices of bacon, a pound of French fries, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and our tanker sauce. The challenge is to eat this over 7-pound burger within an hour, and if you do that, you'll get a Cardinals jersey, your name up on the jumbotron, people cheering for you.
And it costs $75, by the way, Francis, for that 5-pound burger.
It comes with a side of watermelon, by the way, and a little bit of orange, just, so...
A side of angioplasty, I think, is what you're going to need with that.
No kidding. All right. Thank you, Richard.
See you tomorrow.